And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the next AetherX Livestream. It's great to be with you all again. And so today we're going to be talking a lot more about the upcoming RAYD8 app. We're going to be talking a lot more about the new products that are coming to AetherX, and also we're going to be doing a giveaway. Okay, so I'm going to be giving away a orgonite pyramid and a selenite plate. Okay, so the first winner contestant will be getting the selenite plate. The second contestant winner will be getting the orgonite pyramid. So those will be available here very soon. There's a skill testing question that will go with both, a question that is in relationship to both, and I'm curious to see if people will be able to get this answer. All right, I would say it's kind of semi-simple. It's not super simple, but it's semi-simple. Let's see what our viewers are able to do, see if they can answer it. So first and foremost, the update here is that we have actually, sorry, it's not a 20% discount. I guess I forgot to update that again before coming onto the air. It is actually an 18% discount that's available right now. So let me just go ahead and fix that. 18%. Okay, so 18% discount store-wide off all products on AetherX. Okay, so that is available now. And this is going to be available until February 20th, the end of day of the 20th of February. After that, we'll be having another discount sale. But again, this is available now. So with the source flashlight, the Taurus bed kits, the body deck, mind deck, energy deck. Some of our newest products is the Source massage mat, which is very, very powerful. It feels wonderful. It's an amazing product. And we also have the brand new Taurus bed kit blankets. So the throw blankets are now up as well too. And we have them in two different styles. We have a grayscale and we have a navy blue. Some people are asking, oh, I know you have navy blue, but do you have anything else? Like, no. When I originally got the Taurus bed kits from the provider, basically all that was available was the navy blue. So that's exactly why they were created in that way. But now that we have the throw blankets, I'm also going to look into see if we can get some pillowcases as well too. So we'll have more of the throw blankets and the pillowcases as well too. And if you have that, you're going to get a lot of great experience out of the Taurus series. Okay, so the Taurus series basically has all of the Taurus codes in it. So if you're looking at the Taurus bed kits, if you're looking at the jewelry, if you're looking at the throw blankets, right, the pillowcases that will be coming soon here as well too, all of them are aligned exactly the same with the Taurus code theme. Okay, so they all have that. The same thing with the source flashlight. Okay, the source flashlight and the source laser pens, which are going to be coming later this week as well too. They again have the same type of coding. So when you have the source laser pen and when you have the source flashlight, both have the exact same type of codes that will work again through the light. Okay, so I'm talking about the source centered vibration. I'm talking about the 15 color vibratory arrays, or 15 color vibratory rays, and also the crop circle energy as well too, right? So and the Kundalini healing power, all of that is contained when you turn on the flashlight and you're shining the light on it, whether you have a source laser pen or whether you have a source flashlight. The super lights are going to be one of the products that are going to be coming here very, very soon. Okay, so that is another one I have. Let me just see if I can grab it here real quick, because I do have a prototype. I'll be 1 second, that way you guys can see it. I forgot to bring it with me. Okay, so this is it. This is the source superlight. So in comparison to the flashlight, this thing is probably about 4 times larger. Okay, almost kind of looks like a little lightsaber. Looks really good. And it's very, very powerful. Okay, so the source superlights should be available here probably around March. Okay, they're currently developing all of them right now. They basically just sent me a prototype to get an idea of what it's like. So again, this is it. This is the super light. And like I said, it's just immensely powerful. So when you turn it on, it has high beam, it has low beam, and it has a strobe effect. Then you can turn it off, okay? So it is somewhat similar to the smaller source flashlight. But like I said, this is something that you would want to use just for heavy duty healing. And I would say do not aim it anywhere around your face. This has about 5 times more power in its light than the source flashlight, okay? So it is immensely strong, it is immensely powerful, and like I said, it's really just used for heavy duty healing. So if you basically have like a Reiki business or a massage business in that way, and a client is basically laying down on a massage bed, for example, you can turn it on and just run this up and down their spine, right? Going up and down the spine, going down the legs, okay, going down the arms. I'd say anywhere from the chin down, okay? If you are going to use this on your face, then what I would suggest is making sure that you have the eye masks, okay? So make sure you have the eye masks, have that placed on your face first before you even shine that light in your face, because even on low setting, it is an extremely powerful beam, okay? They basically use these types of flashlights for like search and rescue, okay? So that's basically what you're getting here. It's like a miniature spotlight in your hands. And the energy that comes off it is insane. It is insane healing, insane energy that is coming off that's going to help your body to heal, right? It is really, really amazing. So again, this is hopefully going to be ready around March. Like I said, they're just developing the other flashlights right now, okay? So I think around early mid-March, we should have these come in. Also, the new source laser pen should be in next week as well too. They've been going through a little bit of delays. Overseas, they basically have a dragon festival from February 1st to February 17th, and that's why there's been that delay. Between that time, you really just can't get anything from the suppliers. So you have to wait till after February 17th, and then they start going back to work, and then they start creating the products. So I've had to do that, a bit of a waiting game for about the first 2.5 weeks of February. Now that they're starting to get things back together, and they're going to start working on the products. So again, super light will be here in March, and again, the source laser pen should be here next week. So just stay tuned to new updates. I usually update everybody through Telegram, right? So that's one of the best places to be. So if you have not already signed up for Telegram, you can just go to AetherX.co, scroll down to the bottom of the page where you see the footer, and you'll see the Telegram group there. Click on the Telegram link, make sure you have Telegram downloaded, and then you can join the group there. Okay, and that's where I post a lot of updates. First and foremost. Secondly, is through our newsletters as well too, because we're not on Facebook anymore. because my account got suspended quite a long time ago due to a hacker, right? So we no longer have Facebook, so we're basically just using Telegram and newsletters for updates, okay? So that, again, is the super light that's coming in, and of course the source pens that are going to be coming here shortly. Are there some other products that are going to be coming down the road? Well, yes, I'm going to be looking into some more electronic products. So I'd like to see if I can get like kind of a massage gun, right? Basically using a massager that, again, is radiating the source vibration as it vibrates, okay? So I'm looking into the idea of getting a type of massager for people as well too. So that would be the next product that I'm looking into. Now, some people are asking me, Brad, how are things going with the updates of the Fibonacci sequence overlay? And I said, it's coming along, but I've just had so much stuff to do this week, and I finally got a little bit of spare time today and tomorrow, okay? So I'm going to be doing a lot of updates. So I would say that the orgonite pyramids and the selenite plates are going to be updated before midnight tonight, okay? So before midnight Pacific time, the orgonite plates and the selenite, so the orgonite pyramids and the selenite plates are going to be updated, okay? So that will be the next one that will be updated after that, and then I'll be keeping you guys up to date on other products that are going to be updated with the Fibonacci sequence. So what's the big deal with the Fibonacci sequence overlay? Why am I putting that out? Because that is what's going to majorly expand the potency and the effectiveness of the energy fields that are contained inside every single item. So the wall arrays were the very first product to have that. And basically, if I'm testing out the wall arrays, we basically have about a 70-foot radius at least in regards to how far that stretches. That's incredible. Okay, so if you have one or even two, even just one wall array in a single room, your whole room is going to be covered with that energy. Okay, its distance is minimally 35 feet from center to forward, and then from center to back. So you basically have about 70 feet of range. It may even be longer than that. I have to do more extensive testing. I've only done extensive testing right now with RAYD8. Okay, but with the wall arrays, when I did the basic test, it had a 35-foot energetic range from its center facing forward. And then you basically just put that same coordinate in the back as well too. So you have at least 70 feet of range with a wall array. That's incredible. Okay, and that's going to fill up your entire room. And imagine just putting one in every single room in your house, right? And your whole room, your whole house is going to get supercharged with the source center vibration, with scalar, okay, with the 15 color vibrational frequencies, and of course the crop circle energy, okay, and the Kundalini healing power, and the Schumann resonance. So you're getting all of this very positive, powerful, clean energy coming into your space. And what have we've also been discovering through the salt cures. You make salt cures like in feng shui, because what the salt cures do, and this is what my fiance creates, is she creates these salt cures where you basically put them in certain areas of the house, and they basically absorb a lot of dense, stagnant prana. And when you have the wall arrays around, the good news is we hardly have any of that kind of stagnant prana. It's very, very small, right? That's the good news about having these wall arrays up. They really do a good job in keeping your entire environment clean. You can also just put a wall array on your chest, and you can start getting energy charge out of the wall array as well too. Okay, so they're both beneficial for the environment and for personal energy work. Okay, so for charging up your energy, the wall arrays can do that too. Okay, so it's a very, very powerful product. It is also already available in the visor sunglasses. It's already available in the orgonite source necklaces. It's already available in the eye masks. Okay, and by tonight, it's also going to be available in the pyramids, and it's going to be available in the selenite as well too. Okay, so that again is that update. The second thing we're going to be looking at is RAYD8. Okay, so what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to give you something somewhat of a treat. This will just take me a moment to load up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a sneak peek at the free version of RAYD8. Okay, so you'll be able to take a quick peek at it. And this is exactly what is going to be on your phone. I've really just been working with the prototypes to see how the prototypes are doing, both for the free version and the full version. Okay, so let me just take a moment here. RAYD8. So there we go, right there. Okay, So what you're seeing on the screen right now is the free version. So when you download the app, you will see something like this. Hey, Brad, what is it that I'm looking at? Well, you have the white light representing the center, and that is source center vibration and scalar. Then you have a brown color bar, and then a white color bar underneath. The brown color bar is radiating the Schumann resonance, 7.83 hertz. The white bar underneath is radiating the crop circle energy, or also a very high, strong, potent white vibration. Okay? The color ring that you see moving throughout the screen is the Fibonacci sequence that also contains all of the vibrational bands. So the source center vibration, scalar, Schumann resonance, crop circle energy, the potent white light vibration. Okay? All of that is moving through the circle, and it is radiating through the Fibonacci sequence. Okay? So the Fibonacci is basically moving the circle through the calculations that it possesses. Okay? So this is a quick look at RAYD8, the free version. Okay? So there you go. You guys are the first to see it. So that's the prototype. I also have the full version ready as well too, but I'm not going to be showing that yet at this time. Okay? It's still going to be a surprise yet, sort of before people see it. But the full version has a lot more to it. So there's a lot more to the full version, as it has, again, more bands. It works with the vibratory color bands. It works with a much more potent Fibonacci sequence as well too. So there's a lot more to it. And it's about 10 times stronger than the free version. Okay? But as soon as you download the app, when the app comes, we're hoping it's going to be ready by April. Okay? When it's ready in April, you download it through the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, and you put it on your phone, and then you can just basically use the free version right from the get-go. Okay? And if you want to purchase the full version, you would basically just create an account, and then you would pay the $33 US, and then it's yours for life. Now, again, every time that you want to use the full version, you would just log in. You would log in through the app, you would get the full version, and then you can start accessing it and working with it. It will have multiple devices that the app will be able to hold without any problems. Okay, so you can basically log into 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 different digital devices, and you'll be able to access all of that. Now, one of the amazing things about RAYD8 is you'll be able to use those two programs. So basically you have a full version that you purchase, then you have the free version, and they're actually designed to work together. Okay, so you can kind of create your own little healing center inside your house. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to be commercial, okay, because those aren't used for commercial purposes. Those are used for personal purposes. Okay, so basically you would have the full version here on a TV, or you could have other screens as well too that could radiate the free version. Okay, and as you're putting different screens together, you're increasing the potency of the effect of RAYD8. It's very, very similar to the EE systems. Okay, so if you've seen an EE system inside of a healing center, you'll see that they maybe have towers, or they may be on top of a ceiling that kind of goes around in a circle. They all have certain alignment properties. And the reason why the EE systems does that is because that's how it generates a torus field. And it's not just generating a torus field, it's generating a highly potent torus field. Okay? So AetherX does something similar, but it's a little bit different. Just like what you saw there with the free version, that contains a torus field inside that screen, which means if you just have one screen, that's all you need. Because with the torus field generated through the screen, and I was doing the measurement for this, a little bit more of advanced measurement, basically from front to back within the entire sphere is 142 feet in radius. Okay? The energy field, basically the scalar, of the RAYD8 torus field is 142 feet. Okay? And that is through the full version, and that's using a tablet. Okay? So if you're using a phone in that way, it'd be very, very close to the same amount. It could be probably close to about 130 feet, 140 feet altogether. That is an incredible amount of potency for personal use. Okay? Now, if you start putting other screens around that, and you put it together like a mirror, right? So if I'm putting something here to my left, I want to make sure I'm putting something right beside it with exact precision on the right, and that creates a mirror effect. Through that mirror effect, you're basically having two torus fields touching each other, creating basically a third field. Okay, so you're basically having a master torus field coming together through these two torus fields, and they're now starting to expand a lot more. So when you link up devices through RAYD8, you're getting a much more potent and stronger effect of the energy fields. Okay, and the energy that you feel from this is incredible. It is very similar to like what I'm feeling when I go to an EE system. You get so much more vitality, your immune system starts to improve, your blood circulation starts to improve, your organs are getting worked on, your organs are getting energized, your glands are getting energized, your cells are getting energized. And I know this because I'm running tests on it. This is why I'm doing it in prototype fashion right now. I'm running tests to see exactly how my body is responding if I'm sleeping all night with RAYD8. Okay, so I'll have the full version up, then I'll have the free versions right beside them, basically mirroring each other and creating that powerful torus field. And then I'll start measuring exactly how my body is feeling. And there's been some major improvements. In the past, I've had a pretty sluggish pancreas and a pretty sluggish set of adrenal glands. And now it's starting to improve dramatically, right? Those two organs over about 2 or 3 days are now starting to increase. I'm feeling a lot more energy coming into me now. It feels great, right? Old kind of stiffnesses and sores are now vanishing as well too. So RAYD8 is doing an incredible job. Okay, so I'm really looking forward to having this free technology, because the free version, of course, is free. Okay, it is a free technology. If you want to upgrade, then that's where you purchase the one time. Okay, you purchase one time and you'll be able to get the full version, and like I said, it's yours for life. Okay, for as long as you have the app, for as long as you have the digital devices that you want to host the app with, it's yours. Okay. Then again, as I talked about, we're working on a commercial version. Now, the commercial version is not going to launch at the exact same time as the RAYD8 app is, because the RAYD8 app will not host the commercial version. Commercial version is going to be coming through a separate program. So that separate program, as a commercial version, that commercial version is basically going to function as an amplifier. So basically, for the commercial version, this is for commercial owners. These are for business people. Okay, if you have a healing center that you want to create, a wellness center that you want to create, that you want to have host RAYD8, then you would basically have access to the commercial version. Okay, so basically you would pay a $2,000 license for AetherX altogether. Not to mention that you'd be able to use AetherX products. You'd be able to sell AetherX products as well too. So you're basically getting a type of vendor's license for AetherX. Then you would be able to set everything up. You would basically be responsible for your own hardware. You'd be responsible for your own equipment. But I would give you ideas about how to set up RAYD8 so that it would be very effective as you're working with the commercial version. And the commercial version will be the most potent one of them all, be even more potent than the full version. So then you can go there and set up your wellness center with RAYD8 there. And basically what I'm suggesting is having like large screens, kind of like smart TVs. I would suggest having maybe about a minimum of at least 3, right? So having a main one where you would have the full version running that you would find on the RAYD8 app, and then having 2 others that would be mirrors, right? That's where the commercial version comes in. With the commercial version, you want to have mirror screens. So the mirrors, basically just ordinary smart TVs, for example, they're just facing each other, right? Reflecting back with each other to create that potent torus field, okay? And you can have as many of those as you want, right? You could have 20, you could have 30, if your space could fit it, right? So you're using those particular TVs or monitors, and you're generating that mirror effect with the amplification of the commercial version. And now your field is going to be extremely powerful. Wouldn't surprise me if it goes like a full kilometer, okay, down the street. So you'd be basically radiating RAYD8 throughout your entire neighborhood, and people benefiting off the immense scalar field that you're generating out of it. All right. So that is the goal, is to create the commercial version second, have that available to anyone in the world who has a healing center, okay, and being able to apply that into a healing center and getting the greatest effect of RAYD8 there. And if people don't have a healing center, well, that's where they can download RAYD8 and use the app for their own personal convenience. So this is going to help you personally, and this is going to help you professionally if you want to work with RAYD8 in that way. Okay, so that's kind of the update in regards to RAYD8. We're just starting to develop the interface for it. Like I said, I already have the visualizers ready, and they're going to be applied into the app. So again, we should have something ready around early April, approximately. All right. So we're going to go ahead now and move on to the skill testing question. Okay. So again, I'm going to be offering two AetherX products. The first one again will be the selenite. The second one will be the pyramid. Okay. So the first person to answer the question correctly will get the selenite plate. Second person to answer the question correctly will get an orgonite pyramid. Okay. What I'd recommend is if you've already been a winner in the past, please don't answer. We want to try and give some of the new people an opportunity to answer these questions. Okay. So if you've already, I would say basically if you've already won a product from me in the past month, please don't reply. Okay. I just want to give some of the new people a chance that they have a chance to win. So we're not just getting the same old winners all the time and they're just packing up on AetherX merchandise. I'm sure that's fun, but I want to give other people a chance as well too. Okay. All right, everybody, are you ready? Are you ready for the skill testing question? Okay. So this skill testing question involves both the selenite plate and the orgonite pyramid, okay? Because the question is going to reflect on a particular type of vibrational band that is contained within both of them. So here's the skill testing question. What vibrational band did I have to go to England to capture and place within both of these products? Okay, so that's the skill testing question. What vibrational band that is included in both of those products did I have to go to England to capture and put into both of those products? Okay, so we have two winners here. We have Karen T, Crop Circle Energy. You got it. Karen T, great job. And Mona, great job as well too. So congratulations to Karen T and Mona Pianist. All right. So now that you guys have got the skill testing question correct, the two of you, Corinne and Mona, please just drop me an email. Okay. So just drop me an email at info@etherx.co. That's info at etherx, AetherX.co. Okay. Or you can just go to the contact page on the website, and all I need is just your full name, your full address, and your phone number. Okay, so Karen, you have won the selenite plate, and Mona, you have won the pyramid. Okay, so Mona, you can let me know what type of style you want the pyramid to be, because we have three styles. We have Metatron, we have Galactic, and we have Dimensional. So you can let me know which one you want, and just include that with your email to me. Okay, so congratulations to both of our winners. Congratulations to Karen, or Corinne, I think it is, and congratulations to Mona. Great job. Glad to see some new people getting some gifts here. Again, I don't mind if there's been a couple repeats. It's great, but we just want to give the new people a chance. That's all. Okay, great. Thank you, everybody. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to some Q&A. So if you guys do have any questions about AetherX in the chat, you can feel free to place your question there. So I'm going to go ahead and start off at the beginning, just at the top of the chat, and work my way down. Okay, so this one here is from Catalin. Catalin says, please create a handheld portable item that would radiate source vibration, color rays, plus other qualities, perhaps shaped like a cylinder and made of metal and a crystals. Well, what would be the best for that is what's on your phone when you have RAYD8. Okay, Catalin, that is the entire purpose of RAYD8. Okay, RAYD8 has all the bands I've ever talked about throughout AetherX broadcasts, throughout all of the products that are available. RAYD8 will have every single one of them. Okay, it will have the source-centered vibration. It will have scalar. Okay, it basically does, because I already have the prototype, right? So it already has source-centered vibration. It already has scalar. It already has the 15 color vibratory bands. Okay, it has the Schumann resonance. It has the crop circle energizer. Okay, and it basically has just everything under the sun, right? Everything that I've talked about pertaining to bands. Okay, all of it is in RAYD8, and of course it has the Fibonacci sequence overlay. That was the last thing I was going to say. It has the Fibonacci sequence overlay as well too, that is configured at the nanosecond level. Okay, so when you basically have the Fibonacci sequence configured at a nanosecond level, you're looking at an incredible pulse and oscillation of the field. If you guys are familiar with what's known as the pulsed electromagnetic field, like a PEMF mat, then you're getting somewhat of an idea. But this is even more potent than a PMF mat. Okay, PEMF mats basically use their technology to pulse a field, to oscillate a field. What that does is that strengthens the pulsed electromagnetic field that they have. Okay, and that's what happens after like a few weeks. You start sleeping on a PEMF mat. You start feeling like an improvement in your cells. You start feeling improvement within your organs. RAYD8 is about 100 times more stronger than a PMF mat. Okay, and you guys are getting the free version. I'm talking about the free version. I'm talking about the free one. Okay, the free one is about 100 times more stronger than a PMF mat that you would pay $1,000 for, at least. At least it's one of the cheap ones. You get one or more of the expensive ones, you're probably looking at about $4,000, $5,000 or so. Okay, you're getting that for free with RAYD8. Okay, RAYD8 basically has that because it's working with the Fibonacci sequence. And that's not something that a PMF mat can do. It can't work with the Fibonacci sequence, right? It has to be programmed in, and to my knowledge, no PMF mat has a Fibonacci oscillation set to it, okay? But RAYD8 does. The only other technology that has that is the EE systems, okay? So this is why I'd say is that you're basically looking at AetherX and EE systems kind of working hand in hand here. I haven't talked to them yet or anything like that, but technologically, very, very similar, okay? So that again is the idea. So we basically have the RAYD8 free app that is again about 100 times more powerful than a PMF mat, because you're going to start feeling the effects using it for one full day, right? If you use it 8 hours in one day, you're going to have some incredible potent effects coming out of RAYD8. Now, what I recommend as well too with RAYD8, whether you're using the free version or whether you're using the full version when it comes out, is that you're giving yourself 100 hours. Giving yourself 100 hours of exposure time for both the free version and or the full version, okay? And just giving yourself that 100 hours. If you start giving yourself that 100 hours of usability time, your body is going to be in some really, really unique shape. Now, some people may feel RAYD8 very, very strongly. Some people may not even feel a thing, okay? And this is the same thing with a lot of the other AetherX products. This is also the same thing in regards to EE systems. Some people have gone into an EE system. They sat down. They were there for a couple hours and said, I didn't feel a thing. Okay? Even if you don't feel a thing, your body's being worked on. Okay? Your body is getting charged whether you feel it or not. Because I know that's going to be one of the common questions, because that's been a common question with AetherX from the get-go. Is like, Brad, I just don't feel anything. I have the Taurus bed here, or I had the Prana bed, right? And I laid in it for 8 hours and I just didn't feel a thing, right? But then I would want to talk to that person and say, okay, I want to check your energetics. And then when I check your energetics and I'm seeing that there's differentiation, I would tell you about that, okay? It's not always necessary for you to feel this technology go to work on you. In fact, very few people can. The reason why those people can is because they're sensitive to subtle energies. And not a lot of people are sensitive to subtle energies, right? So you could be laying in bed, you can have RAYD8 all around you, you could have the EE system all around you, and just not feel a thing, right? And you're basically laid there for about 4 or 5 hours. And you get up and say, oh, I didn't feel anything. Oh, but wait, that thing, that ringing I had in my ear is gone. And I got all this vitality flowing through me right now. That was so weird because I didn't feel a thing when I was in the bed, but now I'm noticing these after effects, okay? And that is prevalent of both AetherX and EE systems, okay? Both of them will give you that kind of effect because they're both built in the same kind of, in the base kind of effect, right? Again, EE systems utilizes its technology to generate a single torus field. AetherX already has torus fields inside their screens, but when you put the screens together, it's generating a third powerful, potent torus field, okay? EE systems utilizes physical technology, computer technology to generate that torus field. AetherX works together with the invisible planes. It works with the subtle planes to already generate a torus field. And that torus field is hooking and anchoring itself into the physical technology to generate a physical effect of the torus field. Okay, so I'm going into the subtle realms to generate a torus field effect, whereas EE Systems is using the physical plane to use computers to generate a torus field coming into the physical world. Okay, that's the only difference between the two of us, but we're both doing the same thing. So that's what's kind of very incredible, and I have the greatest respect for Sandra Rose Michael and for everything that she's created with the EE Systems. It's brilliant, right? And then having AetherX together with it. So whether you're in a healing center or whether you're on your own, now you have the opportunity to use technology from the comfort of your own home, from the comfort of your own pocket, with you running the app on your phone and just keeping it in your pocket. So Catalan, that basically answers your question, right? Can I develop some sort of handheld portable item? That's what RAYD8 is. RAYD8 will work through your phone. RAYD8 will work through your tablet. RAYD8 will work through your laptop. RAYD8 will work through your TV. Right? Any particular type of device that has a screen, you'll be able to plug RAYD8 into. Okay? So that's really the goal. Now, you may not be able to put those apps on a laptop or on a screen, but you'll be able to use plugins to plug them into a laptop or to plug them into a screen. Okay? One way or another, you'll be able to receive RAYD8, the free version and the full version, when it comes out, and placing it on any particular type of monitor device. Phone, tablet, laptop, TV, okay? And you'll be able to use it. You don't get more portable than that, okay? So that's what I can share in regards to your question. Thank you for that. Okay, Maria asks, Brad, are you still planning on offering a membership plan where we could have different times in our home, different items in our home, imbued with AetherX codes? That was the original plan, all right, before RAYD8 came along, okay? With RAYD8 coming along, that plan has basically been foiled, okay? Guys, with all respect, I'm the only one on the planet that can put these kinds of codes into items. That is an enormous amount of demand on my time. If I'm getting 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people a month that want me to put a multitude of codes directly into their items, I'm not going to have a lot of free time, right? And I have so much on my plate right now as it is. Unfortunately, that idea that I originally had has been scrapped, okay? We just don't have anybody else who can do this. I'm the only one on the planet who can do this, okay, that knows how to do this. So until I start training other people, which I don't know when will happen, then they basically have to have the same kind of abilities that I do, okay? So I don't see that happening. So basically with the idea of the household items, as amazing as it felt, because I wasn't planning RAYD8 before that time. But when I had RAYD8, I said, you know what, guys, I don't want to just put household items for certain amounts of people, right? Because that's no more different, because Sandra Rose Michael would talk about how she would put the EE Systems in people's private homes, right? She'd basically get people in that sense who were quite well off, and they would purchase a great deal of units for the EE system, and that would go into private homes. I said, okay, that's good, but is that helping the entire planet? No. So with my old idea of AetherX, basically working together with your household items where I'd have a certain amount of memberships, okay, that's good, but is that going to help the entire planet? No. Now, I designed RAYD8, and I give you guys a free version of that, which you can also purchase a full version as well too, but you'll have the free version. And that will be a campaign where I'll be talking to hundreds of thousands, perhaps even millions of people about RAYD8, so that you're basically getting the energetic charge that your body needs to help heal. Is that going to help the planet? Oh yeah. So which one do you think I should do? So now you see exactly why I'm doing RAYD8, okay? My undivided attention needs to go to that right now, okay? I really need to focus on RAYD8 and get that done. That is priority one besides everything else. Once RAYD8 is done, then I'll have a little bit more free time, but I'm probably going to still be expanding, talking to healing centers as well too, because I already got about 5 or 6 people who already want RAYD8 in their healing centers, okay? And that's great. I also want to try and talk to the people of EE Systems and see if we can do some type of cooperation, right? We can work together, because that is a goal of mine as well too. So I'm going to be very, very busy, guys. I know that you guys want me to do a lot of stuff. I just don't have the time, okay? I'm certainly going to be updating the products as I say I'm going to. I'm still putting a lot of AetherX stuff ahead, But I have so much work to do, guys. And this is why I've had to cut back on my sessions and all that stuff like that. I just don't have the time. Don't have it, right? So again, it's like I'm a little bit of butter just being spread thin across a whole bunch of bread, okay? And I'm doing what I can, but no, that old version of the old AetherX 2.0 will not see the light of day, okay? At least not right now. I don't know if it will see it in the future. I just don't know. I'm the only person who can do this stuff, okay? So like I said, it's kind of like I feel like I'm at a tug of war, and there's 100 of people that basically want to grab a hold of, Brad, do this, Brad, do this, Brad, do this, Brad, do this, Brad, and they're just grabbing and tugging at me. I say, guys, I'm only one man, okay? And I want to try and spend my time developing a product that will help many of you. One product where that's all you need, and that's RAYD8, okay? So that, again, is why I'm putting all my attention there. I hope that makes sense. So the old plan for AetherX 2.0 has been scrapped, okay? This is the reason, because RAYD8's more important, all right? Okay, Maria asks, could you also bring back the pet tags? I have to see if somebody has a supply for that. Right now, I just found a supplier that has pet collars. Okay, so I don't know if we can do a pet tag yet. I have to see if I can find a supplier for that. But if I do find someone like that, sure, we can definitely do that, okay? Turn up every day, or Benedict says, also, can the wall arrays be placed near EMF, like a WLAN router, to neutralize it? My parents have a router that is really intense in its radiation. Yes, absolutely. In fact, I would say that the wall arrays are pristine for that, right next to the safeguards, okay? So what I would suggest, number one, is safeguards, okay? Using the safeguard technology, it's a digital product. You're printing out the images, okay? So again, just getting sticker templates, just going to Staples, going to an office supply store, and just grabbing like one of those templates that are for stickers, for example, and printing them out, okay? Sticking it on the router, okay? Stick a couple of them on the router, I'd say 2 or 3, okay? Because the safeguards are going to be next after the pyramids and the selenite for the oscillation of the Fibonacci sequence, okay? So after I do the pyramid and the organite, so the organite pyramid and the selenite, I'll be doing the safeguards next, okay? So safeguards will have the oscillation because that's a very important technology. Now, not only does it neutralize EMF, it converts it. It converts harmful EMF into source center vibration. It converts it into scalar, okay? So you're taking all of that dirty electricity and you're transmuting it into something beneficial. And that's what the safeguards are designed to do, okay? The wall arrays are also designed to do that because they're an environmental technology primarily, but you can also use it for personal energy work, okay? So you could put a wall array right next to the router, okay? And I would suggest, like I said, if it's very, very strong, very powerful, put about 2 or 3 stickers on it, okay? But like I said, after I put the oscillation update to it, 1 sticker is all you'll need, okay? And it will have no problem transmitting that energy like that. It's instantaneous. As soon as you put that sticker on, because you don't need to activate them and you don't need to amplify them. The same thing goes with the wall arrays. They don't need to be activated. They don't need to be amplified. You're putting it there into areas of your house that need it, okay? So like I said, I would suggest buying a wall array for every single room of your house, okay? So I'd suggest buying it for your bedrooms, buy it for your bathrooms, buy it for your kitchen, buy it for your garage, buy it for outside of your house, right? Maybe put it next to a fuse box, okay? If you don't want to do that, then use the safeguards, okay? Use the environmental safeguards because they're more ideal. They're smaller, but they pack a big punch, okay? So again, that's the difference between just the idea of using technology that protects you. This does not protect you from it. This basically completely and totally transmutes and converts dirty electricity into source center vibration, okay? So it turns it into something beneficial. You got a super powerful router that's poisoning you. Now you put that sticker on it. Now you got a super powerful router that's helping to heal you. That's the difference. That's what the safeguards do. That's what the wall arrays do, okay? It's what the pyramids do. It's what the selenite does, okay? All of that. Again, a lot of the environmental products that you have that involve the crystals are mainly environmental, but they can also be used for personal use as well too, because I used those to help heal my dislocated shoulder, and they worked wonders. I was feeling a lot better just within a month. Okay, so that's what I can share about that. This one again is from Catalin. When will the environmental safeguards be up? Okay, I'd already answered that question. So it's going to be up next. So we'll probably have something ready by next week. Okay. So this one here is from Dorit. Dorit says, I have the source flashlight and it takes away my joint pain that crops up periodically. Wonderful. Great. Now, again, I really can't advise the amount of time frame for an issue because every issue is different. But what I would say is if you have a mild or a minor issue, use the source flashlight for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay? If you have a major issue, use the flashlight up to 15 minutes. Okay? So just shining that area, right? So if you have like a really bad elbow pain or something like that, maybe if it's chronic, right? Take that source flashlight and just shine it around there and try to hold it for about 15 minutes. Set a timer, okay? Set a timer for 15 minutes and just start shining the flashlight all around the elbow joint, okay? And again, in a clockwise rotation. And after 15 minutes, give yourself a break. Then take a bit of time and just feel exactly how your arm is. It's like I said, it's when I sprained my finger. First time I got the source flashlight, I had a sprained finger when I was doing some golf, right? Sprained my finger because I hit the club too hard and it ricocheted back against my finger and it got sprained. And then I just put the source flashlight, right? I'll use the Superlight as an example. And I just did this, right? I just shone the flashlight right on it. And I only did it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Actually, I only went about 2 minutes, under 2 minutes. Under 2 minutes, I could start bending it again, and the pain was completely gone. This is something that's just pretty much miraculous, right? The same thing goes with RAYD8 as well, too. It's very miraculous. It's miraculous because, again, it works with the sacred energies of the universe. It works with the energy that is responsible for governing all life. It works with that intelligence. So that's what makes AetherX so special, right? Because it's working together with it. And it even has a bit of a different feel. As if those of you who have gone to EE Systems and you've used it, it's a beautiful technology, don't get me wrong. But I don't feel that presence of spirit in it like I do with AetherX. AetherX, you have much more of an intimate connection with a lot of these products because you feel spirit light directly in them. You don't really feel that with EE Systems. It's not to say it's a bad technology. It's not. I love it. It's a great technology. It's a brilliant technology. But you don't feel that kind of spiritual connection as you do with AetherX, because when I'm working with this, I'm going right to spirit to bring about these codes. And so you get kind of more of a rich experience with AetherX, a lot more. That's just what I've noticed because I've tried both with AetherX and EE Systems. EE Systems, again, works great because it's creating a torus field, right? And that's all part of the divine architecture. But there's no richness of presence of spirit like AetherX has. And that's kind of what I love about AetherX, is you have that feeling of presence of such deep love coming into you when you're using this technology. And that's technology you're not going to find anywhere on Earth. AetherX is the only one that has something like that. And I'm just being truthful for that. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Doris, so again, thank you for your sharing, I should say. Carol Ann says, hi Brad, would you be able to offer fitted sheets and a regular sheet? Thank you. Fitted sheets and a regular sheet. Well, we just have the fitted sheets for now. If you're getting the Taurus bed kits, that is, just having a fitted sheet for now. We used to have the regular sheets, but I got so many people complaining about that, okay? They did not like the regular sheets at all. I know I'm not going to be able to please everybody, guys. I know everybody has their own preference, but you got to take what you can get, okay? So when I'm basically developing these Taurus bed kits, they basically come with 2 pillowcases, a fitted bed sheet, which is what the majority likes more, and of course the duvet cover, okay? That's basically it. And I'm doing that, guys, because that's what the majority of you want, okay? Some of you don't mind the regular bed sheet, but the majority of you don't like it, okay? I basically have to go where the majority wants it, Caroline, okay? And the majority basically wants the fitted bed sheet. So I want to be able to fit it on my bed. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and that sheet is now off the bed and it's all scrumbled up and all that stuff. And people hated that, right? I got a lot of complaints for that. And basically at the time I was doing print on demand and that's all they had. All they had was just a regular bed sheet. They didn't have a fitted one. But now that I'm not doing print on demand, and now that I have a supplier, then I'm just putting the fitted bed sheets in there, okay? So what I would suggest, Caroline, just use an ordinary regular sheet. If that's what you want to use, just use that, okay? Or just use the duvet cover. Use the duvet cover by itself because it can be as thin as a sheet, right? So you basically have a choice with the duvet cover. You can either use it as a sheet, or you can just put a quilt in it. Put a quilt and you let the duvet cover it, and there you go. So I'm leaving that with an option, as an option for you. And a lot of people will use that as sheets. Summertime, I use the duvet cover as a sheet and going to sleep. Okay, it helped a lot. So again, that's just, it's something that you have to kind of be creative about. But I have to kind of go where the flow is taking me, and it's what the majority of you guys want, and that's what I'm doing my best to give you. Okay, and I know there's a few people who want different things. Unfortunately, guys, you're the minority, and I have to follow more of the majority of what the clients want. Okay, so let's go to EIPTR. They ask, hi Brad, do you think that you will have a little bit of your time also for developing source deck cards? I haven't even touched them. Okay, guys, I haven't even touched them. Believe me, like I said, guys, when you have RAYD8, it's all you really need is RAYD8, right? So again, you can have all the great items in AetherX because they're powerful in their own way. I would not suggest denying this. But like I said, for your basic needs, all you're going to need is RAYD8, right? Like, especially if you get the full version, you're getting so much potency out of it. Do I plan to create the source deck cards? Yes, but they're on the shelf right now. Guys, I just don't have time. I don't have time, right? I really have to focus on RAYD8. That is the key right now. I get RAYD8 out there, then I'll have some extra time, and I might go back to the source deck in that sense, but it's really only about maybe 10% complete, okay? I just haven't had the chance to develop the source deck yet. Like I said, guys, when you're working with RAYD8, it has all of the fields, it has all of the vibration, it has all of the potency. It's like taking every particular form of AetherX product and merging it together into an app. It's so powerful. It's so incredible. When you experience it yourself, you will know what I'm talking about, okay? And that's where my energy has to go right now. I have to make that priority one, because this is something that is going to help the majority of the planet, because that's where I'm going to be taking it. I'm going to be taking it so millions of people are aware of RAYD8, okay? That's really where I want to take it. And if I have to get some people to help me along the way, then that's exactly what I'll do, okay? But RAYD8 is the #1 product for AetherX. It is our spotlight product. It is in the limelight, right? It is the capstone of AetherX, and that's exactly why I'm spending time to do that. And I have to do that, guys. I know some of you may not be able to understand. You want me to do other things, I can't, okay? This is where I need to be. And once that's done, then I'll see what I can do with some available time that comes up. But that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, okay? Okay, let's go down the list here. Okay, thank you guys for your feedback on the wall arrays. Okay, so Adil asked this question, can't wait for RAYD8. How do we use it at night? Does the screen have to be on while we sleep? You don't have to have it directly pointing to you, okay? But I would suggest that you have the screen on when you're sleeping, okay? The reason being is because you want the light to touch you from RAYD8. Now it's different if it's in your pocket, right? If you're in your pocket and you're walking around, that's fine, right? You're basically getting the scalar energy, okay? But if you're putting it in your pocket, and like I said, that screen is exposed and the light is touching your body, right? Even if clothing is on, then that's beneficial, right? Some of us will have like the covers, like for my own phone, I have a cover that goes over it. So basically what you want to do is try not to have that cover on it, okay? Otherwise, you're just getting the scalar energy. When the light is touching you, that is the biomagnetics, okay? The biomagnetics is basically giving you the information. It's giving you the information directly for your energy field. And it should be shining on your body somewhat, even if you have pants on or a coat or anything like that. Try to keep the light still in your pocket and shining, okay? That way you're getting the light information from the biomagnetics so that your body is getting all of these healing codes from RAYD8, okay? And I'm talking about the full version. Okay, the full version has that. The full version works more concentrated and much more stronger with your actual organs, your glands, your bodily systems, your energy systems. Okay, that's where the light of RAYD8 comes in. So we don't want to try to obstruct that light. Okay, you're going to have to get used to sleeping with a little bit of light on. Okay, and if that's too much, you want to basically put the eye masks on. This is what I do. I have 3 big screens in my bedroom upstairs, and I put the RAYD8 full version on in the center, and I put the free versions on the left and right because I haven't developed the commercial version yet. right? So they are radiating. Radiate is radiating throughout my entire room with that light. So even if I'm wearing an eye mask, right, I have my nighttime clothes I'm under the blanket, I'm receiving those codes, okay? So again, this will work with clothes on, this will work with a coat on, this will work with a bed sheet or a bed quilt on, okay? It's because, again, it's still touching the area of your body. That's what you want. So you don't want to try and obstruct the light. You're not trying to put like a cloth over it. You're not trying to put like some cardboard slab over it or anything of that nature so that it doesn't touch your energy field, okay? You don't even have to look directly at the screen. Just as long as the screen's on. If it's over here and it's shining at me and I'm not even looking at it, it's working. If it's at the back of my head, and of course I can't see it, it's still working. If it's down here by the stomach, under my shirt, where I can't see the light, but the light is touching my body, it's still working, okay? That's the biomagnetic portion of radiate. And it's very, very important that that light touch your body, whether there's clothes on or whether there's clothes off, okay? It will work just the same. Because it's more about your energy field. It's going into your energy field. And the average energy field for a human is about a 5-foot radius, okay? When you start getting radiate on, then you'll probably have it expanding a lot more, okay? But like I said, radiate in a tablet version goes 142 feet, okay? So even if you have it at the edge of your room, but it's still basically within the vicinity of your energy field, you're going to be receiving all the beneficial codes for radiate, okay? So the full version to which I'm talking about, even the free version has, again, visuals, and it's still very important that that light touch you, but it doesn't work specifically with organs, the free version. The free version is basically just causing the source center vibration, the scalar, okay, the Schumann resonance, the crop circle energizer, okay, the white light realm, the white light ray, and of course the Fibonacci sequence to touch you, okay? And that's what it's doing. It's doing kind of a bare bones sweeping of your energy, and it's very powerful by itself. Then the full version works more specifically with your organs, your glands, your bodily systems, your energy system. Everything that makes up your body, from the physical to the subtle, it touches, okay? That's what the full version does. And we want that light to touch the body, okay? So again, like I said, you can have it in the corner of your room, that's fine. If it's further away, if it's right down the corner of your bed, and it's fine, it's kind of in the distance, that's fine, right? It's still touching you. It's still touching your energy field. The light is touching you, okay? If we don't have the light on, you're only getting scalar, okay? Which is beneficial in that way, but you're missing all of the important codes that's working to help heal your body altogether. I would say to energize your body so that your body can heal, okay? So it's not technically healing your body. It's giving energy work. It's giving energy charge to your body so your body can take that energy and it can self-heal, okay? It's helping your body to self-heal. That's what it does. That's the technology. Okay, this is not a genetic modifier. This is not a genetic alterer where you're basically going on board a spacecraft and you have the SSP style med beds that basically work with genetic manipulation and genetic alteration, and you're rebuilding limbs and you're changing your height and you're going from 90 years old to 20 years old. That's what it takes. Those are genetic sequencers. Those are genetic modifiers, okay? We don't have that with AetherX, okay? There's no particular technological company on the planet that has that, right? They're not even really allowed to create that right now. There needs to be a certain level of maturity before humanity can even get into that. And even if there was, you'd be spending about $1 billion trying to get something like that into your home, okay? That is probably the most advanced of all advanced technology, is working with genetic resequencing and genetic modifiers that would basically rebuild your entire body. If you were basically amputated and you had no arms, you'd have arms within a matter of hours, right? If you basically wanted to turn your dark hair blonde, you would have that in a matter of hours, right? If you wanted to go from 5'2" to 5'11", you would be that in a few hours, okay? Those are the genetic modifiers. Those are the genetic sequencers. We don't have that on this planet, not to my knowledge. And if we did, you would be paying a fortune for them, billions of dollars, okay? Because that's the most advanced technology there is. But those are on ships, right? So that's not what AetherX does, in case you're wondering. That's not even what EE Systems does, in case you're wondering. The most advanced public technology we'll have is what you're seeing through AetherX, is what you're seeing through EE systems. That's it. That's where we stand right now in regards to rejuvenation technology for the body, is working together with the torus fields and the different fields to energize your body so that your body can self-heal. Okay? How are we on time? Okay, we're probably going to take one or two more questions. We got to wrap up. Time flies so quick. All right, let's see here. Carol Ann says, hi Brad, I can feel the difference in the torus bed since the upgrade. The energy is, yes, me too. I can feel a major difference in the torus bed right now. And that was a big discovery for myself. I said, okay, I got to start putting the Fibonacci sequence in the items because that's going to make them so much more. That's basically increasing their potency by about 500%. Okay, you're getting about a 500% increase in potency with the items when the oscillation of Fibonacci is in it. Okay, that's why I'm doing the pyramids and the selenite today. Okay. All right, one more question here before we wrap up. Let's see if there is any other question. Turn Up Every Day asks, Brad, how do you know that you are the only person on the planet? Well, I'm not the only person on the planet. I'm talking to all of you, of course. I think you mean, how do I know I'm the only person on the planet who's making something like AetherX? Because there's nobody else that is. I'm basically being told that. That's all coming through guidance, okay? EE Systems is the closest thing that's coming close to what I'm doing, right? EE Systems is it. Fortunately, guys, there isn't anybody. And you can try and show me anybody else who will create AetherX or creates AetherX-like products that I'm doing, and I'll be happy to eat my hat, okay? There's nobody else that's utilizing the idea. People have put energy into products. They've put energy into crystals. They've put energy into different forms of items and so forth. But those items aren't programmed with anything. They're just programmed with this pure energy, right? You can, again, start putting it near crystal bowls. You can start singing tones into it in that sense. And that's great, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the idea where you are able to communicate directly to spirit, to have spirit directly imbue all of these things based on your command with great sophistication, so that these particular items, for as long as they exist, work in the most potent, powerful ways, taking out all of their greatest benefits that they naturally hold, like selenite, like quartz, like amethyst, etc., and being able to utilize that potency and putting it directly into the human body and putting it directly into the nucleus of a cell. Nobody's done that, guys. I've looked. I'm looking all the time to see if there's anybody that's creating like what I'm doing. There's nobody on the planet that does that. The only thing that comes close is the EE Systems. Okay? Biogeometry has its own benefits as well too, but it doesn't even come close to do the things that AetherX does, right? So that's why I can say that, right? And I'm basically looking at this. I'm saying, is there anybody else that's doing AetherX, anything like AetherX? No, there isn't. I'm the only one, okay? If you guys can show me somebody else who's doing such sophisticated coding, working together with the ethers and programming that into these things for them to do incredible delivery of rejuvenation of energy into the body, I will eat my hat. Okay? So there's nobody else that's doing it. And I can basically just say that for fact. There's some people, again, that are playing with torus fields. That's great. But they're still not working with the enrichment and potency that, again, comes with a torus field. Because a torus field is a gateway, and it can funnel in instructions. And I can say the only other one that does that is the EE Systems. That's it. They're the only other ones that can do this. Not to the extent that I have, but they're still doing it. Working together with a torus field and putting in instructions through screens. And actually being able to feed that to the torus field and working together with cellular communication. They're the only other ones, right? But I still do it a lot more different than how they do it, right? So that's it. It's really that EE Systems is basically the runner-up with what I'm doing as well too. Biogeometry is pretty close, but they do a lot more different things as well too, okay? Anyways, that's what I can say about that. And like I said, you guys don't have to believe me, it's just what I know. But if you find somebody else who's doing exactly what I'm doing, I'd love to talk to them, and I'll be happy to eat my hat at the same time. Okay? So thank you very much, everybody, for being here for the next episode of AetherX Livestream. I'll be back again in another 2 weeks. So again, if you already have the selenite plates and the orgonite pyramids, expect an update to happen tonight. If not, go ahead and grab them, because by the time they get there, you'll have the Fibonacci sequence overlay intermingled together with the technology, and you're going to enjoy a very strong radiance with it. Thank you, guys. Talk to you next time. Om Shanti 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 Namaskar, and may it be well with you. Bye for now.